Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's severe weather update. So, looking at our severe weather threat for tomorrow from the Storm Prediction Center, our slight risk of severe weather has been maintained from West Texas through Northwest Texas, western Oklahoma, and has been extended northward into south central Kansas in the yellow. We have Waco, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Fort Sill, Woodward, Oklahoma, and Wichita, Kansas in our slight risk of severe weather for tomorrow. We have a marginal risk of severe weather extending from the Texas-Mexico border from around Del Rio through San Antonio, Austin, up through northeast Texas, most of Oklahoma, central eastern Kansas, far southwestern Missouri, and far western Arkansas in the dark green. And looking at our tornado threat for tomorrow, we have a 2% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location for areas of West Texas through Northwest Texas and western Oklahoma. And this includes Abilene, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas, Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and Woodward, Oklahoma. So make sure you're on guard for a couple of spin-up tornadoes if you live across this green shaded area tomorrow. Looking at our damaging wind threat tomorrow, the damaging wind threat is going to remain isolated, where we have a 5% chance of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour or stronger within 25 miles of location for much of Texas, Oklahoma, southeast Kansas, southwestern Missouri, western Arkansas. And then our largest threat tomorrow is actually going to be the hail threat, where we have a 15% chance of quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of location for much of western central Texas, northwest Texas, north central Texas, western Oklahoma, south central Kansas. Same cities included in the large hail risk as the slight risk, and a 5% hail risk in the marginal risk area tomorrow. Make sure you're on guard for scattered and isolated large hail if you live across the brown and especially yellow shaded areas tomorrow. Now, looking at our severe weather threat going into Friday, the slight risk of severe weather has been maintained for eastern Texas, most of Louisiana, the southern two-thirds of Mississippi, southwestern Alabama, western Florida for a Friday, and has been expanded to include much of southern western Arkansas, southeastern Oklahoma, and northeastern Texas as well. Marginal risk for a large area Friday across from central Texas through central Florida, far western Georgia, southwestern Tennessee, south central Missouri. And I think Friday is going to be the highest threat day for severe weather across the South, with a 15% chance of severe weather within 25 miles of a location in the slight risk and a 5% chance in the marginal risk area. This is going to be an all-mode severe weather event on Friday, I'm afraid, with scattered tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail, likely especially across the slight risk area. So make sure you're really preparing for a severe weather outbreak on Friday if you live across the South. And unfortunately, this severe weather threat extends into Saturday now, where the Storm Prediction Center has issued a day 4 slight risk across central southeast Georgia, far northern Florida, and far southeastern Alabama, including Dothan, Alabama, Savannah, Georgia, Jacksonville, Florida, and Tallahassee, Florida for a Saturday. So make sure you're on guard for a severe weather Saturday if you live across these areas. So this is going to be a multi-day severe weather event extending from the southern plains through the mid-south and southeast. So make sure you're preparing for an all-hazard severe weather event across these areas for the next 3 days. Thanks for watching this evening's severe weather update. Please stay safe and have a wonderful evening, my friends.